Happy Friday, everybody. We are back together here with another video. So this is really going to be a follow-up video to our Cleopatra videos. Actually, this is our third Cleopatra video that we have made. You guys probably have already saw the trailer, and you guys already know where we stand on this. Cleopatra was not black. I'm going to repeat that again. Cleopatra was not black. She was a white Macedonian Greek. That is settled history right here. But for some reason, Netflix, Jada Pinkett Smith thought it was a good idea to actually race swap a historical figure. This is bad. I actually call this dangerous right here. Because there's probably going to be some little kid that's going to watch this documentary. And then they're going to actually look at the history one time, actually see the bust of Cleopatra. They're going to say, wait a minute, hold on. I thought she was black. No, she was white. Once you actually study the history of the Ptolemies, you're going to realize that they were Greeks. They were the ruling family of Egypt for like 300 years. We got some good news, though, for them. If you're looking on YouTube, the trailer on the YouTube channel is getting destroyed. 25,000 thumbs up, 300,000 thumbs down. That's pretty bad, right? But it gets worse. Netflix, I guess, was getting destroyed so much, they turned off the comments. That is a telltale sign when the people reject your product. Companies will do this, and they will turn off comments on YouTube. That lets you know that people have rejected this. What are your thoughts on this?
I think they should, if there is a series, but
Yes, a mini series or documentary, whatever.
yeah, they should follow the history.
Yeah, but they want to rewrite history.
Yeah, but it's just confusing,
Yeah. And like I said, when you do this with history, this is dangerous because this is history. This isn't like, a company out there going out and race swapping Captain America or something like that, or Superman. This was an historical figure right here. This is somebody from history. I mean, think of this. This is almost like really having what's the actor I'm thinking of right now? This is kind of like having Tom Cruise playing Martin Luther King Jr. Tom Cruise, is he black?
No.
Was Martin Luther King white?
No.
He was black. So I believe you should get a black person to play a black person, Asian person, East Asian person to play an East Asian person. That's the way it should be. I don't see how anybody can actually take this thing seriously when you're actually doing this.
Well, as you said, they want to erase history and
Change history really a lot.
change history and, want to let like the younger generation, they don't want them to know the truth.
No. They don't want them to know that, and even in the documentary, they actually say that the Ptolemies were from Greece, Macedonia, but they're still painting her as black, which makes no sense. She doesn't even look like an Egyptian at all. Now, the actress that's actually playing her is actually biracial, but looks nothing like the way Cleopatra probably would have looked like. Everybody knows the Elizabeth Taylor movie, Cleopatra. Chances are that Elizabeth Taylor looked a lot closer to the real Cleopatra than this woman right here. I mean, she was white. It's just that simple.
I mean, in their mind, do they think that, since, in every country they have like different skin color, living like around the world. And Do you think they, I mean, use the black person, even though like they say she's from Macedonia, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cleopatra was from Macedonia. Well, she was
Well,
she was from Egypt, but she was of Macedonian descent.
Yeah, and they just like telling people that, even though she's from Macedonia descent, I mean, she might have some, black in her or something like that.
No, it's highly unlikely because, like I said, the Ptolemies, when they took over Egypt, they adopted the customs of the Egyptians. The ruling family, they committed incest. Even Cleopatra was married to her brother. She was married to her brother. It was incest. It was incestuous relationships. And we saw the bust. She doesn't look like a black person. Not at all. Not even close. Actually, I believe that Elizabeth Taylor looked way better than the real Cleopatra based on the bust. And the effects of having incest, the people look kind of weird. It's kind of like the Habsburgs. The Habsburgs, they had genetic defects because there was so much incest going on with them. But let's jump over here to Breitbart here. Look at this. Netflix's Cleopatra director defends casting. Quote, why do some people need Cleopatra to be white? It's because she was white. And by the way, before that, remember we actually saw that series on, I believe it was on Netflix as well, where it was about Troy and the fall of Troy. They made Achilles black. They got like a black African to play Achilles, who was clearly from Greece. They made him black. It was like,
They did?
yeah, they made him, Patricus, black as well. This was probably like 2017, 2018. We watched. It was terrible. It was terrible. They were race swapping all of these characters from Greek mythology and history.
Oh, the original one was like Brad Pitt, right?
Well, that wasn't original, but it was the 2004 movie. Yeah, I remember that. But this was I know it's on Netflix. They made Achilles and Patricus black. It was dumb. It was dumb. But this is what the director said. Quote, why shouldn't Cleopatra be a melanated sister? And why do some people need Cleopatra to be white? Director Tina Garavi wrote an essay published Friday in Variety. I think it gives a little bit more down here. All right. It says here in her essay, Tina Garavi blamed the attacks on Cleopatra on misogyny, the woke term describing prejudice against black women. Quote, it's almost as if we don't realize that misogyny still has an effect on us today. We need to liberate our imaginations and boldly create a world in which we can explore our historical figures without fearing the complexity that comes with their depiction, she wrote. Garavi appears to acknowledge that the real Cleopatra wasn't black, but stopped short of saying she was white. Quote, we can safely say Cleopatra was Egyptian, she wrote, later adding, what the historians can confirm is that it is more likely that Cleopatra looked like Adele than Elizabeth Taylor ever did. What? Adele James? Oh, Adele James is the woman that's actually playing Cleopatra, the black woman. Okay. So she's saying here that historians say that she looked more like Adele James than Elizabeth Taylor. That's not true. Historians have said that she is of Macedonian descent. So this director is even painting the narrative, the false narrative that Cleopatra was black. Not the case. Not the case. And what they do also is they always say, we don't know who Cleopatra's mother was. But based on all of the lineages and the incestuous relationships, chances are her mother was white. It's that simple. It's that simple. What else do you want to add to this here from this woke director? Right here. She's lying about the historians. Clearly.
Yeah, it doesn't make... It's just very confusing. I mean, like, what this series, and the history is totally different, and might as well like make this series a fiction.
Yeah, they can say that if they just said this is a fictional story inspired by real events.
Yeah,
that'd be one thing. Of course, they would still get destroyed for making Cleopatra black. But if they just said this is fictional,
at least they know.
Yeah. Either way it goes, I believe this thing is going to be fictional either way it goes. This is not based in history. Now, Adele James, who's actually playing Cleopatra, she puts this out. Just FYI, this kind of behavior won't be tolerated on my account. You will be blocked without hesitation. If you don't like the casting, don't watch the show. Or do and engage in expert opinion different to yours. Either way, I'm gassed and will continue to be. Now, I don't suggest anybody actually attack the actress. I mean, she's just the actress, not her fault. I'm attacking the producers and the creators for this because they're putting out false history. Not the actress. The actress is just acting. She's doing a job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how would you feel? Who is one of your favorite historical figures? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. I don't know if you actually thought about it or not.
No. Well, I'm thinking now. So,
yeah.
Historic figure.
I wouldn't be surprised they made a documentary on Julius Caesar. You know what? Since Caesar and Cleopatra actually had a child together, I would not have been surprised if they made Julius Caesar in this show black. Julius Caesar is in this show. So is Mark Antony, but they're both white. Of course they're going to be white because they're Italians. They're from Italy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Maybe Netflix will make a documentary on the Roman Emperor Septimius Severus. Because guess what? He was from Africa. He was from Leptis Magnus, which is in modern-day Libya. But he was white. We have his bust to prove that he was white. But I would like to see a documentary on that and see what they actually do with that.
Yeah. I can't think of a historical figure that I like. Can I say someone that is still alive?
Yeah, that's fine.
Josh Lucas.
Yeah.
The one
yeah,
that I
the
can
Star
think
Wars
of
guy.
right now.
Now, George Lucas, in 200 years from now, let's say they got a East Asian guy to play George Lucas. That would be wrong.
Yeah,
It'll definitely be wrong.
it is.
So,
I mean, I can only think of Josh Lucas now because he's so creative in his.
yeah, he made Star Wars and everything.
Yeah.
Super popular. Yeah. But this ridiculous, guys. What do you guys think of this? They're getting destroyed over here on YouTube. 300,000 thumbs down. Wow. And they turned off the comments.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to wrap it up, guys. We will be back on Monday with another video for you guys. Until then, be safe.
Goodbye.